lot of bad hookup stories, but my favorite happened last year in Miami. I was there looking at apartments with my best friend, and we went clubbing on our last night. I met this guy. He was so fucking cute. He met all of my requirements, which was literally just like being a workaholic, and I really liked him and I wanted to go home with him. So at the end of the night, I find myself in his apartment. It's like 6 a.m. at this point on a Sunday morning. And it was one of those hookups where like the tension's been building all night. So the minute you're alone together, it's like the floodgates have opened. And honestly, guys, the entire hookup was like really, really short, okay? We used a condom because we are responsible adults who care about our sexual health. And the condom broke. Neither of us realized it was broken until the deed was done. And we like start freaking out. He goes and buys me a Plan B. I'm literally sitting there like just dripping. It was so disgusting. I like call my best friend. She's at our hotel. I'm like, bitch, you will not guess what the fuck just happened to me right now. So he gets back and like makes me take the Plan B in front of him because he was scared that I wasn't gonna take it, which I was like, okay, I don't want your babies, but fine, whatever. I take it. And then he's like, you could sleep over. And I was like, it's 7 a.m. Like, no, my flight is tonight. It's my last day in Miami. I'm going to enjoy myself. So I call myself an Uber and he walks me down. And I'm just like sitting there, like I'm still in my clubbing outfit. My feet are fucking hurting. Like I think my lip was bruised because we were making out so much. And I was just like contemplating my life. I was like, this is not city girl shit. This is not what they said the hot girls do on the streets. Like, what the fuck? I want to go home. So I'm waiting for my Uber. My Uber is like taking forever. And he's just like circling the block. And he calls me and he's like, hey, like there's a marathon happening right now. And I literally cannot get to you because all the streets are closed. And I was like, it's fine. No worries. And I walked back to my hotel, still in my full clubbing outfit. I feel like my feet are fucking bleeding during a marathon. There were literally people running down the street in their marathon gear, and I was walking home. True walk of shame. I walked through like 3 construction sites. They were all looking at me like, what the fuck happened to you? And I remember when I was flying home that night, I saw people with their marathon medals in the airport, and I was like, I can't. Marathons will trigger me for the rest of my life. Okay.
Man, that is a great story, and the lesson there is always make sure that they take Plan B in front of you. Of course, she probably wouldn't have worried if she were taking contraceptive herself, but anyways, gentlemen, we're gonna finish up the rest of this video today. Hope you're doing well. Let's get into it.
I'm going to tell you guys my worst hookup story ever because I don't want to do schoolwork and I think someone could really use a laugh today. So I met this man, let's call him Bob, at a bar, and he asked for my Snapchat. I gave it to him, and then later that night he Snapchatted me and he asked if he could come over. I said no because it was 3 in the morning and I was going to bed. And he said he was going back to his university town and like tonight was the only night he could see me. I still don't care, I'm going to bed. Let me know, something changes tomorrow, is what I said to him. Something did change and he was able to come over, but the only way he could come is if I drove him 20 minutes to his friend's house after, and 20 minutes is fine, I don't really care. So he came over, we did some stuff, and he was really annoying and he only talked about himself the whole time, but it's meant for you. So when it was time for this man to leave, he called his friends and his friends informed him that they were no longer 20 minutes away. In fact, they were an hour and 10 minutes away now. And somehow it was my responsibility to drive this man an hour and 10 minutes away, and then I drive an hour and 10 minutes back to my place. So drive this man like for days. I don't know this man. He said he would buy me supper and pay for my gas. So I was like, you know what, whatever. I'm a nice person. I'll do this. I'll do this for this man. So he takes me to McDonald's, living luxury. And he does pump my gas, but I pay for it because I put a whole tank in. But keep in mind, he pumps it. It's very vital to the story. So 40 minutes into our car drive, he realizes he has forgot his bag at my place, and we must turn around. Like, we must. There's no, like, I can't give it to him another day. Like, we need to go get that bag right now. So we turn around and go back to my apartment. We've been driving at this point like an hour and 20 minutes, and we were back at square one at my apartment. So I'm actually stupid, and I decided I would continue to drive this man back again. I would do it again. Honestly, because he was quite large and I am like 5'1". Honestly, what if he had a shank? What if he had a shank and I died that day? Honestly, I would have preferred that. So we're driving, we get to his friend's house. It's like 2 in the morning. I drive an hour and 10 minutes back to my place. I just go to bed. Still haven't got the gas money. At this point, I'm defeated. I just go take a snooze, go to bed. Go to my eyelash appointment. My poor lash lady literally hears me ranting about this man, Bob. And after I ask Bob, I'm like, can I have my money? Honestly, even 10, 20 bucks. Like, he owed me 40 at this point. But I was like, just honestly, anything. Like, you can just send me. That'd be great. No. This man, poor, a piece of shit. I don't know. Blocks me on Snapchat, blocks me on Instagram, blocks my number. Are you joking? I just wanted $10 or 20, like anything. My time back, anything. I would have accepted any of those things at that point. Anyways, I try to move on from Bob, forget that happened. I was driving my friend somewhere and she's like, your gas cap is open. Sorry, what? This man pumped, no, he left my gas cap. You don't do that to someone. You don't leave their gas cap open. What if it falls and I never get it back?
Boo-hoo. Oh man, gas cap easy to replace, but sorry, I had to have a quick laugh there as she mentioned that men like to just talk about themselves in excess. Definitely not me. I let the woman do the talking, and it's just amazing what kind of things spill out of their mouths, like with what just happened here. Good for you, Bob, honestly. Play her for what she's got. Treat her like a queen, take her to McDonald's. That was great. The lesson here, gentlemen, is that there's always some crazy hookup story they have, and whether they tell you or not, well, you'll just have to see. Try to figure out if they have a TikTok or an Instagram and get to the bottom of it. Always do your due diligence. Thanks for watching.